I explain why I'm copying this. Are you ready? This is a social ministry in Denmark, right? Sounds a bit strange, right? Ja, hej. Jeg skal snakke med nogen, der har med Ankestyrelsen at gøre, inden vi er. Nej, det er en efterretning. Det er både børn, dataspionage, savnede personer og pædofilinetværk. Det er sådan ret store internationale netværk, vi snakker om. This misdirection, Mrs. Direction. Hello, do you speak English, Barbara? Okay, and your surname, please? Your surname? Yeah, your name. You have a name more. Just if we speak again, hopefully. What did you say? Okay, so you're not so interested in people getting to know your brilliant work at all. It does it correctly? In my line of work, we're very proud of what we do. We kind of stop pedophilia network. We find people who's missing. We stop industrial espionage. Sometimes we stop financing of terrorism. Sometimes we even stop a fucking war, right? So if I was you and I was working in the ministry and wanted to be famous in what fame you can have in the ministry, I wouldn't be like hiding my name as some criminal crick, right? I would say like my name is Bjarke. Yeah, I'll tell you what this is about. We know there's a lot of missing person cases in Denmark that remains unsolved because the police don't have the right tools for it and no education in international pedophilia networking. We also know that a lot of the kids that you work with, the so-called vulnerable kids, are easy targets for pedophiles and extortion. And we know there's a lot of human trading at the moment, missing person cases growing in Belgium and in Greece and in Italy because there's a lot of refugees, children getting sold and going into network or extortion, slavery or so. So we would like the government of Denmark to present a plan for how to not end up with a lot of pedophilia victims as we've seen in a lot of the other countries, and also to grant that refugee kids is not used as a kind of a secondary choice for white people who's traveling on to Thailand and so on. So we have a pretty, pretty good idea about what is going on in Europe when there's so many kids without any protection, and when we have a police that seem to be having their own inside problems as mafia connection and stuff like that. Yeah, do you have any question, Mr. Bjarke, without a name from the social ministry in Copenhagen, Denmark? Okay, we think that Denmark is missing out on education inside of the state and the commune and the police and in the media about missing person cases. Both the cases that are white children from US, Australia, England, Germany, France, but also missing person cases related to Syria or other places of war, Africa. So what we would like you to do is put out some material for education in the commune, in the police, in the state, how to handle this. And we would also like you to put out some educational stuff in the media. Can you understand that or not? And then we also excuse me. So you don't kind of see the vulnerable traded refugee kids as a vulnerable to your ministry. You see them in another ministry of public affairs. The undermining, I don't like to be named. I don't undermine anyone. Excuse me. I try and save somebody. But listen, the vulnerable kids without parents who are refugee and is traded into pedophilia network, maybe with Danish ID or foreign ID. They could be ID for example, Germany or refugee ID, but they still are victimized by pedophilia network, and that goes as top level ministry, police, dentists, lawyers, court personnel, military personnel, police personnel. In pedophilia network is everything. The traffic route, the drugs, the drug rapes, the places they are hiding, they have houses they hide people in. And they also Ministry of ID and CPR numbers and medical assistance and stuff. They have everything. So when you do operational against pedophilia network, it's a big operation we are in on now, right? So what we can say is that you need to inform the justice ministry and the military. Maybe not justice is it's a civil case, right? But the operation against this kind of pedophilia network, as we see on the internet, is pretty large operation when they run. That can cost like 400 people, 1,000 people get arrested at the same time, right? And that's why we need your inside of the ministry, the police leadership, the commune leadership to be aware that if there are, and there always are, pedophile network, it's not something that happens in Hollywood. It's all over. So we need some people to be able to administrate, to say, okay, I think there is a network. How do we operate against it? Right? Right now, that's if I go to the police and say I think there's a big network, they will have no clue what to do. So yeah, but their telephone line has been a problem for a longer time. I think if I was you, I would keep in contact, Bjarke, and I would say you got a contact to a person from outside, and she says something that sounds like we need some knowledge about this, or we need to catch up with some people who knows about it from especially Interpol or FBI. They know a lot about this stuff, and maybe we need to make a task force to try and level up our education within the state, within the commune, within the police, and we need to be more aware that we are not in Denmark clear of these things. And we also see that the what you call former red countries, former communistic countries, are especially addressed to try and help from people who suffer joblessness or drug addiction are particularly vulnerable to tourism from England, from Germany, because they cannot defend themselves because they don't have the police, which is also in the poor country as former red socialist country, the police are often not educated, or they're not. Maybe they are also sometimes included by the mafia or included by pedophile networks, so they can't really get anywhere. I will try to make the people I work for, the USA government, to try and address you more officially on this, because I don't want to. Yeah. But again, the Trump administration will not accept that Europe ignores its own problem, and that is also what is the say on the market and the industrial espionage and stuff like that. They will not accept that Europe becomes a kind of piracy heaven for, from my point of view. That's good. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but a good idea, Bjarne, when you get a call from outside, is that when you inform your staff and leaders or your boss, is to give, give accurate notice that she says that there is a problem and she has some ideas about how to maybe level up the education on this operational level, and that you actually think it's, if you think it's a good idea, that you say that you think it sounds, from what you know and what you learn from the network and stuff, that it sounds like a good idea, and then try and keep in contact with these people working with this, me or someone else, and that you also, another time, if you are not criminal, present your surname with a pride, because we're not into some kind of, you're not on the street, if you understand what I mean. You're not out there fighting them with a mask on to protect yourself from operational side, right? When I talk to people, I tell my name. If I operate, it may be different, but I'm not. We're not gonna go there where everything is a kind of secret, because then they have won, you know. Yeah, 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 sure. But if I say like my name is Christina, or I could tell you a false name. You could also use another thing if you're afraid that people might call you. You can use what you call a cover name, right? Because it sounds strange when you start to talk to people that they have no surname, right? So you can invent a kind of work name that you use when you're working, so people have a name. Also, because if you're working in a big place and I'm gonna try and find you after 2 months and I'm asking for, okay, do you know who's Bjarne? And they don't know who you are, because there's maybe four Bjarne, right? So if I'm gonna find you to try and send you some information or a report or something, then it's good to have a work name, just a work name. So he just smashed the phone